As you can see behind us, like you pointed out, the cleanup effort is in full force, but that was not the case this morning when we arrived on scene around 9 o'clock. Let me show you what we're working with today. This all started to melt yesterday, but with the low temperatures last night, it froze over again. Tonight we have breaking news. Sherman police have confirmed a car crash into a Sherman home this evening. Pushmataha County law enforcement is being tight-lipped about a standoff that allegedly ended in one man's death last night. The Eisenhower bus here off of Highway 75 in Denison has been vandalized, this time with eggs. The State Jail Commission says in order for this low-risk facility to stay open and operating, all 4 bathrooms must be renovated, and we'll show you why. If you walk over here to the toilet, on the floor you'll see some area that's stained, and this is water damage. You can also apply a tint to your home windows to make sure the summer rays stay out. On my drive here, I felt like my car was hot the entire time. Like I had my AC blasting and it wasn't doing anything. Well, Tom, this is the product that I'm talking about. It's a little single-dose detergent pod. It's the newest craze in cleaning, and it's also the latest product to land children under 5 nationwide in the emergency room. Take a stroll down the laundry detergent aisle and you'll see a new product on store shelves.
There are many types now on U.S. store shelves.
Procter & Gamble, owner of Tide, is just one company selling these small, colorful cubes that pack a big punch of cleaning power.
They're very convenient and they're very easy to use.
But they also pose a huge health hazard for curious children.
Like any household product, they need to be kept away from inquisitive little hands.
These single-dose stain fighters are now making their way into more than just your washing machine.
I'm sure for a little kid seeing something bright and colorful, they want to put everything in their mouth.
Pretend this water is saliva. When the pod hits the liquid, it dissolves the outer coating, releasing a potent mix of detergents. That's how quickly your child's life could be at risk.
These items are clearly much more dangerous than a typical laundry detergent.
Poison control centers nationwide are reporting an increase in calls about children under the age of 5 swallowing these pods. Just this year, Texas statewide has received 57 calls concerning single-dose detergents.
Pretty rapid nausea, vomiting, coughing, and difficulty with breathing.
And Texas toxicologist Kurt Kleinschmidt says within a matter of minutes, you'll see those symptoms.
27% who get exposed to a standard laundry detergent will develop some kind of symptoms. With these pods, it was like 76%.
And Procter & Gamble share the concerns.
Store them on a high shelf out of reach.
Reporting in Grayson County, I'm Ashley Prchal'S. Since we broke the story earlier this week about the dangers behind detergent pods, the company we highlighted in the report, Procter & Gamble, maker of Tide, has decided to change the design of its packaging for its miniature laundry detergent product. It's mind-boggling, the force behind a tornado and what it can do in a matter of seconds.
We've got significant roof damage. Our next door neighbor's fence panels came through our front door into our house.
Deborah Huddleston says as the tornado ripped through Tushka, Oklahoma Thursday night, she couldn't help but wonder if her family, friends, and neighbors would make it out alive.
It was rough, but we made it. The things can be replaced.
I'm standing where this house once stood. The winds in this tornado were so strong that it picked the house up and moved it 6 to 8 feet away from its original structure.
It is completely destroyed by the tornado, and we're just trying to salvage what personal items of ours that we can.
With the help of her family and friends, Stacy George is picking up the pieces of her life that are scattered all over her property.
I mean, you thank God that your family is safe, but you think, what am I gonna do next?
Thankfully, organizations like the Red Cross, Salvation Army, and local health departments are on scene to help.
The Red Cross mission really is to take care of people in the first 3 days following a disaster and meet their immediate needs. Very basic items such as a safe place to stay, make sure folks have something to eat, something to drink.
As for the folks of Tushka, Oklahoma, they say their faith will get them through this disaster.
Better than ever. We're too tight. We'll make it.
42 and a half, now 5.
Auction treasure hunting. This crowd is looking for a steal at Main Street Storage in Whitesboro, Texas.
sold it 45.
The last one we sold found a toolbox and found a Cherrywood entertainment center.
When storage units are abandoned or not paid for, the items inside are auctioned off to the highest bidder.
Once they get the locks cut, we open the door. There's about 5 minutes for people to just kind of look in there and see what they see.
You can peek your head inside, but you can't enter the storage unit and you can't touch anything.
When they cut the lock off, it's kind of interesting to see what's inside the unit.
Auctioning off storage units isn't a new concept. It's been going on for years. But ever since the popular TV series Storage Wars has aired, veterans who've been coming to storage units for 30+ years say the business has completely changed.
There's a lot more people showing up at them. I've been to a couple that they ran the prices way up.
Mitchell says inexperienced buyers can put a hole in their wallets.
It's like gambling. It's like throwing the dice.
But there's no denying, if you know what you're doing, money can be made.
Bought a unit, I believe it was in McKinney. It was full of junk, but in the back there was a pill bottle that was full of old jewelry, and it brought like $1,300.
And with the lift of a number, someone's trash
Just takes a woman, right?
could be your treasure. Reporting in Whitesboro, I'm Ashley Prchal'S. A tornado watch in parts of Oklahoma. Our storm chaser Chris Hare captured this video of the tornadic storm moving from the west. He's been tracking that all day, and he says he's witnessed 5 touchdowns so far. Thanks for watching K10 News at 10. I'm Ashley Prchal'S. Now we're going to jump right into weather with Chief Meteorologist Alan Mitchell. Alan, we saw tornadic activity earlier today, but not even that. We had some phone calls about some aftershocks.
Right, earthquake.
So you're not losing your mind if you were shaking.
That's right.
All right, thanks, Alan, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later on in the show. Well, this video, let's take a look. It was captured by our very own storm chaser Chris Hare around 5 this evening. It's out of Fort Cobb, just southwest of Oklahoma City. Now, there was a multiple vortex tornado that turned into a larger tornado. Chris Hare got as close as 150 yards away from that monster. He says there was some damage in the area, mainly to barns. In total, he says he saw 5 tornadoes in southwest Oklahoma today. And another storm chaser out on the road today got into an accident chasing a funnel cloud in Oklahoma, and it was all caught on camera. Well, a 5.6 magnitude earthquake shook Oklahoma over the weekend. We're still feeling those effects tonight. The quake lasted a minute and left people very shaken up. Deanne Stein has more as homeowners assess that damage. Well, we wanted to know if an earthquake happened right here in Texoma, would emergency officials be prepared? Well, today we talked with Carter County's Emergency Management Office. They say currently there's no earthquake plan in place, but that doesn't mean there won't be one in the future.